Now, what we are doing now under banking is recurring or cumulative deposit accounts. What happens in these accounts is that we are not allowed to withdraw any money. These accounts are specially for saving purposes, so that you get a whole sum of money after a few months or a few years. Normal class people invest their money in recurring or cumulative deposit accounts in banks or in post offices for saving purposes. We have fixed deposit accounts, and all those are all examples of recurring deposit accounts. So what used to happen in saving accounts was that we could either withdraw money at any point of time, or we could also deposit money at any moment of time. In recurring or cumulative deposit account, what happens is that we are not allowed to withdraw any money. We have to give a particular sum of money every month to a bank, which saves that money for us and gives us the interest on that amount. So what happens is that if we open an account for 1 year and deposit rupees 300 every month. We have to deposit rupees 300 every month. So when we deposit rupees 300 for the first month, we will get we will get an interest on these 300 rupees for 12 months. So we have 300 rupees interest for 12 months. On the next month, we again deposit rupees 300. On this 300 rupees, we will get an interest for 11 months. Am I right? Because it is the next month. For the first month, there is a whole year pending. For the next month, there are only 11 months pending. So the next 300 rupees, we get an interest for 11 months. For the next 300, we get an interest for 10 months, and so on. For the second last deposit, we will get an interest for 2 months, and on the last deposit, we will get an interest for 1 month. So the last month, or the time at which the money has to be paid by the bank to the bearer of the account, that time is called the maturity time or the maturity period. And the value that the person gets, the principal, all the money that he is given, plus the interest, that is called the maturity value. So we have two terms. One is maturity period, and then we have maturity value. So maturity period is the period after which the money will be transferred into the money will be given to the bearer of the account, or the maturity value is the value of money that will be given to the bearer of the account after on the maturity period, on the maturity of that period. So we have on rupees 300, there will be interest for 12 months. On the next rupees 300, there will be interest for 11 months, and so on. On the last 300 rupees deposited, there will be interest for 1 month. So we have to the total interest would be on how much value. For if we calculate the interest for 1 month, how many months do we have to calculate this interest for? So what happens is that we add all these values, 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus 9 plus so on to plus 2 plus 1. So for these values, we've already done a formula which says n into n plus 1 by 2. The sum of a AP. So this is the sum of a AP which gives us n into n plus 1 by 2. This is where n is equal to 12 if the total number of months is 12. So n is equal to 12. We have n into n plus 1 by 2. So this formula will give us the value of how many months or how many 300 rupees we will get this interest for. So we calculate the value of all those of those total months of the value, and then we get a formula which says we use simple interest formula to calculate the interest for the recurring deposit account. So we have P into R into T by 100. Am I right? So what is principal? Principal is 300 into this value, am I right? Because 300 will be charged these many times, so 300 into this value is the principal. So it is, sorry, it is the, I will write P into n plus 1 by 2. So then we have rate of interest. If rate of interest is say 4% per annum, so how much will be the rate of interest per month? So it will be 4 divided by 12. So we have R divided by 12 into 100. So this is the formula that we get for the calculation of interest on the recurring deposit account, where P is the amount that has to be given every month, where R is the rate of interest per annum, and N is the number of months for which the interest has to be calculated. It means the number of months after which the maturity period will be reached.